It's time to add on. Adding on to your sale. Now, the more add-ons that you do, the more money that you're going to make, and really, the happier that person is then going to be. Most people, when they end up finding a piece of jewelry that they love, they also would love to be able to own multiple pieces or matching pieces as well. But the one thing that stops most people from doing that from the first point is the ability to make that easy. Now, how can you make this easy? Well, here are a few tools that you can use in conversation that will help you add on more pieces to that sale after it has been closed. So first of all, it's taking the pressure off. Now, how can you take pressure off? Well, for the next time that you visit, I just want to make sure that you know what the matching piece would look like and how it would look on you. So here, just try this on. Now, you're already saying for the next time that you visit, meaning that you're not going to sell it to them now. Now, of course, you're going to try to sell it to them now, but you want to not really have the pressure placed on the person to at least try that on. Because after they try it on, this is the way of getting them to fall in love with it too. Or you could go like, Christmas is just around the corner, you know. I know that you're just getting this piece for now, but let's at least try this on so you know when it comes down to Christmas time what options you have. Most people are never going to say no to something like that. Now, of course, keep in mind though that not every person that you're dealing with is a matchy person. Now, what does this mean? Not everyone loves to have the matching bracelet that goes with the ring, that goes with the pendant too. Not everyone loves to wear matching colors. Not everyone loves to wear matching clothing all from the same brand or from the same designer. So keep this in mind when it comes into presenting the piece or pieces that you want to add on to that sale, that it might not just be the matchy piece, it might be something else or something totally different that the person has brought up to you during your conversation. Maybe it's their birthstone, for example. So you want to show them a birthstone piece to celebrate their birthday because that's coming up soon as well. Now, another way to be able to add on is with one of my favorite stories. So you can bring it up like this. Well, you know what, Jenny? Last cruise, or yesterday, a lady named Jane, she came into the store and I had a conversation with her. She was looking for a very specific piece. She'd cruised all the time. She'd shopped with this store many times before in the past, since she always cruises with this cruise line as well. And she saw this bracelet. Now, it was a couple years ago, the last time she had shopped here. And she still remembered that bracelet. She didn't decide to take it with her a couple years ago, so she came in looking for it, so this time she could take it home with her. She showed me the picture and everything, and I was familiar with that bracelet as well. So I told her I would take a look and said, you know what, we don't have that bracelet in the store, but let me have a little look through the system and see if I can find it for you. And would you mind coming back tomorrow so I could let you know? This way you don't just have to wait for me to find out, because I'm going to have to send an email with the information and everything. And then I send that, I get the information back, and then when she comes back to see me the next day, I had to tell her the unfortunate news. That the piece that she was looking at, the piece that she wanted, was a piece that has been discontinued and is not made anymore. So you know what? I don't want you to end up like her, eventually coming back in a couple years saying, I really want to get that piece now. At least try it on, or let me at least show you. This way I know comfortably that you're not going to turn into another Jane, you reference the person's name. Now, that way within that story as well, it builds some emotion behind it. And most people know, because they're aware and they understand, that that doesn't just happen with jewelry, it happens with fashion as well. So most people have had that experience too. And this is a genuine story as well. This is something that has happened to me many times when working on cruise ships within the luxury industry. Also, where people would come back and they would ask me for something that just simply is not made anymore, or is just totally discontinued too. So that's another story you can use to be able to add on. Over time, with you working in this profession too, listen to people, because who knows, maybe you'll be able to create your own story that helps you add on another piece to a sale as well. Now, another thing that can really help, especially if your manager is free. Now, if your manager is free, at the end of that sale, when you've left the conversation as well, the manager can grab that person before they end up leaving the store and just say, Jenny, just before you go, I just have to ask you a quick question. It's my job to make sure that here we're providing the very best service of all. And since I'm the manager here of the store too, I always love to make sure that the staff members here are providing you with the best service possible whilst you're in store. Would you mind if I asked you a quick couple questions? And the person's then going to say yes. The first question would be, what do you feel that this staff member could have done to improve your experience that you've had here in the store? Now, that way you can find some information to actually genuinely help with training that staff member though as well. And then you really want to ask some basic questions though too. Did they let you know about the warranty? Did they provide you with our contact details as well? Excellent. And what did you end up getting? Especially if you don't know, genuinely asking that question is great. Then asking the question as well, is there any reason why you didn't end up taking the whole set with you? Now that's going to be the final question you ask, because now you're just basically doing some fact finding. You're trying to find information to improve the service overall here in the store, and that person then might let you know the real reason why they didn't end up taking the set. Maybe it was the price, and you can provide as the manager a little bit more of a discount to help close the sale. Or maybe it was just the piece, or maybe there was just a little bit too much pressure, or maybe they didn't understand something though as well, that you can then provide that information they need and then close on those other few pieces. Now, if the manager is not free, or if the manager is still free though as well, and you're wanting to be able to add on before the person leaves the store, well, then this is where either the manager or maybe just another staff member in the store can bring over a piece that complements the piece the person has already made the decision about. Now, by bringing in something new, it's not you as in the person that's sold the piece, but the you being the other staff member or the manager is to bring in another person in with a fresh perspective. So in that fresh perspective is obviously to show the matching piece to that person though as well, and congratulate them on the decision they made to buy that first piece. So this can also help you with adding on too. Now, hopefully this video helps. Make sure to click on the next video so you can also see how you can sell more jewelry whilst working on a cruise ship.